Metric, Conkelter, and what is Rionticulus?
I don't know. I never knew how to pronounce his name.
Don't know how to pronounce it. Neither does Ben. No one.
This guy
does. So
with great defense, great play. This actually allows for a lot of different kind of strategies, guys. I don't even want to. I want to see what
we
this
might
goes.
see a.
Hey, do you mind closing the door? So who do you think is going to start up first, guys?
I think we might see a Politoed lead. Oh, actually, yeah. Actually, wait, is Ben running a Charizard? I don't remember, actually. I think he is, right?
Yeah, he is.
So I don't think we're going to see a Politoed lead because usually the Weather War definitely has a strong precedence over these battles. Alright. And loser of this gets fourth. So this is, well, they're playing for top 3 right now, actually. Loser of this gets fourth, and then from there it's all prizes, basically. Huh? He left?
Yeah. Was he in?
He's waiting in loser's final.
He's probably still waiting.
Okay.
He left it. He hasn't worked.
What did you tell?
Yeah, I told him about it.
What did he say?
He had to go to work. That's why.
And he just said, "I gotta go. Like, forget the prize."
He
was guaranteed top 3 though.
We have his number, kid.
I don't know what we can do, man. Okay.
I didn't know. I thought he was out.
But if he doesn't come back, we have no choice but to forfeit. We have no choice because these guys are still playing. They're here, you know. It can't be helped. Oh, we just had Xiling maybe drop out of top 3 because he had work, and literally his match was coming up right after this set. So we're actually gonna text him and see if he's coming back because it's so unfortunate that you play so well and then you just have to go. So I mean, let's see what happens. He was waiting in a loser's final, so. All right. So Mega Manetric having that intimidate. Well, isn't going to do much in this position, but he gets a decent Volt Switch. And we're going to await his next choice. X-Zylan, remember? X-Y-Lin.
Can you put any information?
If he didn't, then we can only wait until this set is finished. If not, we can't do anything for him.
What's his boy's name? Do you remember?
I don't know what he looks like.
Do you remember his friend?
Yeah, I don't know what he looks like, but I don't see him there.
No, he left with him. The point is, do you remember his name?
No, I don't.
That sucks, man. Oh well, sorry.
Alright, so
he had to go to work. He really could have hung on though. So I think that's just how it played out.
If so, that's fine. I mean, it'll help us run things faster, But that's unfortunate.
Alright guys, we just had to settle a couple of things.
So we have a Reinculus and Ferrothorn versus Mungus and now Charizard to get that Sun.
Iron Head.
And Psychic on that Amoongus is going to spell trouble. Holds on just enough.
So strong.
Just what he needs to get that Spore off, which is going to put Ben in a decent position. And Charizard with that 4x, advantage over Ferrothorn, he's probably going to want to switch that out. So now is the time that Ben can make predictions and either go for a second Spore on the incoming monster or, just work from here. This is definitely in his favor right now.
Although the mind games are always there, Ferrothorn has insane defense.
Ferrothorn may not switch out. We never know.
Exactly.
That is the nature of the beast.
Pun intended.
And we are going to see Reinculus. I just hate saying that because I don't know how to say it. Switch out. And counter that that sun with his own weather effects. this is definitely going to be a weather war, which was very popular in Gen 5, but now we're seeing it here in Gen 6.
This is how Pokemon get arthritis, everybody. I'll tell you right now. And the drought comes out once.
And he held on to that Mega Evolve for the drought. Great play by Ben.
It's going to be
He's going to get the heat off. And that 4X, no matter how bulky Ferrothorn is, he cannot take that. Charizard has ridiculous special attack, especially in the sun. Yeah, P-Ball, I'm sorry, I thought it was sunny earlier. I made a mistake. Usually with the weather war, the first person to induce weather is usually the one who has a harder time recovering from the situation.
Rain dance for Earthborn.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit a follow. We are hosting these monthly, and we will be doing other things with the stream during the week. And that was good anticipation. That gave Ben a free in to get that Amoonguss out and potentially go for another Spore. Not sure if he read the Protect or he just figured it would be a good time to switch in while the Ranculus sleeps.
Ridiculous. I'm not even.
Never saying that again. I'm just gonna say the bubble one with psychic typing.
The bubble psychic.
The bubble.
Wait, he actually looks quite cute though. If you look at him.
Yeah, he looks kind of like Alien Hominid. If anybody who's familiar with that, a good Newgrounds game that got put onto Xbox Live, and he is gonna get the Spore off on Politoed. Now Ryo is gonna need a early wake up here if he wants to do anything to combat this. Oh, that heat wave did so much. From what I understand, Psychic Bubble is pretty bulky in terms of special defense, so I'm surprised to see it do so much damage actually. But maybe he went for physical defense or HP, not too sure. And the next Heat Wave will most likely take out both Pokemon. So I don't know if Ryo wants to take out his Politoed to save it for the rain, but either way he's in a poor position at the moment. He doesn't have too many options. He might want to gamble on the early wake up. And that Heat Wave.
Whoa!
The double avoid while they're sleeping. Top tier?
Talk about eating your Lucky Charms in the morning, my gosh.
And that was good coverage with the second Spore in case somebody woke up. I'm assuming he used it on Bubble because that's the first Pokemon he put to sleep. So one could only assume that he would be the first one to wake up. Being as sleep only lasts, what, 2 to 5 turns? I don't want to be wrong in saying that, maybe 1 to 5.
Oh, and we have the wake up.
Wake up with the gamble on the helping hand.
Unfortunate.
Ooh, and that is going to be enough to take out the Politoed as well. That was a good risk by Ryo, though. I really enjoyed that play if it would have worked out for him. Because Ranculus would have died regardless, so why not get a priority, boost on your pal? 1 to 3 turns? Oh, okay. Thanks, guys.
It's so funny. I saw somebody just mention sleep dodging. People, it's like getting hit by a parked car. I understand. It doesn't make any sense.
And now we are gonna see 4 to 1. It's Manectric versus the World, and Charizard might be in a pinch. We might see a switch here from Ben, but let's see what happens. Oh, that Rage Powder covering Charizard there is such a great move.
It's not very effective. That was a great Rage score. Heat Wave's gonna cover it pretty well.
And almost a one-hit KO. Just enough to survive that Heat Wave without the sun. So this is gonna look like we might see a 4-0 here. I'm assuming Ryo is just playing for information at this point, just to kind of get a grip on what moves, abilities, any other pieces of info he can get from his opponent, and just go into it strong in the next game. And Manectric does have Overheat and takes out the Amoonguss.
So it's not going to be 4-0 anymore in this match.
Yeah, no JV.
Sorry, guys. But
alright. And the first game is going to go to Ben.
Thanks for stopping by.
We'll definitely keep in touch.
Yes, pleasure meeting you.
yeah, we'll see you again.
Yeah,
It's the best. No worries.
take care.
Get home safely, man. Take care. And now, D-Train? Nice to meet you.
Thank you. We'll probably host one in February.
Alright, awesome.
Stay tuned.
I'll talk to you.
Thank you. Thank you. We're having a good amount of players actually leaving the venue right now, so while we wait for game 2.
Yes, Virginia probably not. Alright, I'll see you later. It's good to know. Take care, guys.
I think this is actually the guy has not.
Well, yeah,
Alright, good game, man.
we don't know. So,
Later, guys. Hey.
No, take care, man.
any opinions on how it was run? Anything we could do better? How did you like it? You liked it? Any opinions? What we could do better? Did you enjoy it? Oh God, don't kill me. Well, we can talk in her, maybe. That's fine. If you'd like, you can help out. Well, thank you for being here.
Is this the final?
This is semis.
Semis?
Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah.
Alright, can you shut the door,
The
please?
expectation was 6 o'clock, but it went far.
Yeah. Things have changed a little bit.
8:35.
Yeah, next tournament we're gonna have a really nice overlay. I promise. I'm gonna put in work. We actually, I've been so busy with work and school at the same time, and we had time, but it's been so much to set up and so much work. So we're definitely gonna step it up for the next event in every way possible. So you guys can be sure to experience that.
Well, Swamp Fox, this is not something that's sanctioned by Nintendo. This is a tournament that we're holding on to, or we're hosting ourselves. You want to call it grassroots, you want to call it however you wish, but yeah, it's something that we are holding here in New York City, and we're making it a monthly thing.
2 guys with an idea.
We're 2 guys, 1 idea. That's how I
Wanting
want
to be
it.
Pokemon masters.
To be a Pokemon master, you need to get a piece of humble pie first, though. There's a lot of great players out here. There's a lot to learn.
I'm loving the competition. I'm loving just every match, just absorbing everything. So we are seeing Manectric with Ranculus lead again, and on Ben's side we're seeing his Amoonguss with Charizard Y once again. So we're seeing a switch. He probably doesn't want to take that Volt switch or that Thunderbolt, and he's going to switch into a Garchomp. Let's see if Ryo made the prediction on that switch and targeted Amoonguss instead. Intimidate is going to cut that Garchomp, but it can't be helped. That was still a solid play.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Helping hand another Manectric. Mega Manectric.
Overheat rather than...
Absolutely. So the prediction was made properly. And that Amoonguss is going down.
Ooh, with the aid of Helping Hand, that definitely added to it. That was a great move by Ryo.
I would like to say that's going to be huge.
Oh my god. That is going to be... We're just laughing because all the commentators use that phrase. That's going to be huge. And I just find it so funny. So
it started as a joke, but unfortunately it's finding its way to dialogue.
But that is going to be huge for Ryo. And Let's see what Ben can come up with to supersede that.
Oh. Voltage going on. Manectric's gonna swing on back. Let's see what's coming to the
Maybe for another Intimidate, or we might see that Ferrothorn again to counter the Rotom Wash. That's a good possibility. And we do see that Ferrothorn, alright. But
ooh, Garchomp, Sword Sense.
In the meantime, Garchomp is sharpening his fangs.
It's funny, every time you see somebody use Belly Drum, Sword Sense, Dragon Dance, they call attention immediately to the play. You have to take care of that threat, or else your team is going down one by one.
Definitely. There's no joke. But now with the Trick Room, actually, Ryo's team is most likely going to outspeed Ben's right now. If I'm not mistaken, he just did a Trick Room.
No, you're not mistaken. That's exactly it. I'm just curious to see what Ferrothorn's going to throw now. I haven't seen too much play so far. Protect from the Garchomp. Ah, so he's expecting the move.
Ooh, that was a really solid protect on that Garchomp, knowing he was going to be targeted by both. That's the main threat, because Rotom can't really do much to these two, aside from burning and, residual damage, so naturally they would be targeting the bigger threat, that just sword damage. So that was a really nice read from Ben. I like it.
That was a phenomenal parry. That's just gonna change things around. Ferrothorn
that gyro ball is gonna do even less.
Being such a heavy character, you know that the base attack is what's carrying it through. And still deciding to use a helping hand even on a burn character.
Because, wow. And
that took a lot.
That did considerable damage. I did not expect that much.
What move was that?
That was a helping hand with gyro ball.
That was still gyro ball.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
with the burn, and it's still.
That's a heavy Pokemon.
I'm guessing he maxed attack and defense. I don't really know what to think. Maybe you guys in the chat would have better insight on why gyro ball did so much. Because from what I understand, Ferrothorn doesn't have too high of an attack. So maybe he's banded. I don't know. It would be nice to have the expert opinion here, but I think everybody still not in the tournament has left for the night. And there goes Ben trying to stall out that Trick Room actually.
Wow. That was a good light screen action.
His team sets up a light screen. And remember, Ryo's team does have a light screen on as well, I believe. If I remember correctly. Unless it faded and I didn't notice. Actually, that happened to me during one of my matches. I reflected twice with Clef Key because it's not like Showdown where the barrier is just sitting there on the screen the whole time. You have to just like count the turns and like remember, okay, the reflect is gonna fade next turn, not. But then I just, I questioned myself. So.
No, it's so funny. No, it's crazy. The first time I ever saw somebody pull out a piece of paper in the middle of a match and actually write things down, I thought it was just like, all right, this person just doesn't trust their memory. But in the middle of the heat of battle, you forget things.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it's also used for damage calculations and remembering what move each and every Pokemon has. That's huge.
It's huge.
Abilities. You can just make assessments that way, as well as writing down your opponent's 6 Pokemon, so you can make anticipations based on who they're going to switch in, who they chose, the 4 out of the 6. That's another reason players use paper, because you don't get to see that very often. You only see that at the start.
Gyro Ball not very effective on that Charizard, not very effective on the neck now. And that burn slowly whittled away. That Ferrothorn is going back.
So we might be seeing
fainted
Ranculus again to maybe set up the Trick Room, but we will see what gets decided. Because actually now Manectric is a fast Pokemon, so he probably won't be wanting the Trick Room. But Ryo's team has some really nice synergy actually. I like how Ranculus is able to work well with Manectric and Ferrothorn. Trick Room, Helping Hand, it's very versatile.
I like that, I see that as well. There's a lot of, they're both strong Pokemon. Ranculus, I still don't know how to pronounce that great special sweeper. Right now the electric type on Ryo's side seems to be very strong. Charizard protecting properly. due to the fears of the electric attack.
And
oh, Volt Switch. Solid prediction.
Solid read by Ryo, assuming to protect.
Now we'll see the action on the second tech to see the predictions held true.
Now we are gonna have rain.
That is a very smart counter. Almost forcing the hand of the drought just to push the Mega. I wonder if that's even part of the play. Oh, the light screen. Oh, they played light
and the trick room, so that's gonna definitely help out. Although Ben has been patient with using his Mega Evolve, I feel like Ryo is inducing the Mega, so maybe he can get the final say on the Weather War. That's just my assumption. But we'll see. Because now Charizard can go Mega and counter that drought.
But if he doesn't? Right, see, if Charizard didn't choose to Mega Evolve and make the drought, the fire moves weren't going to be so strong anyway, correct?
Yeah, and he would probably get one-shotted by any water move that Politoed can dish out.
So again, it's almost like you're forcing the hand.
Plus the helping hand with the rain and water. So
wow,
that's a really solid
setup.
Yes. Will Charizard survive? Yes. Due to the sun.
Absolutely.
That was essential in this encounter. And Politoed seems to have Life Orb as well, which I think is a nice little touch.
Or he knowing the special attack, what a risk, but this Pokemon doesn't have a lot of defense on its end. Survive the hits, this Charizard is now going to be a little less hurtful. Unless something is done. Let's see if the switch happens, or let's see if they stay true to it. Ben's got a choice to make.
And it's 3-3 right now. This game could still go either way. And this is one of the probably deciding moves in mid-game.
This is, if anything, is the middle of the match. So right now, one of either end of the Pokemon will probably go down.
And this is a tough spot because that Politoed is so bulky. So Charizard is going to go for the Protect. Now if Ryo read that, which I feel like he did based on that play, he might just double target the Rotom. And with that Citrus Berry helping, that should put Rotom in a good position. Oh, no, he did choose to target the Charizard. The Politoed is going to hang in there with a sliver of health, and the Light Screen wears off. So now this is down to the raw essentials of it, basically.
Trick Room is still up, so momentum still falls on Ryo's side to push forward. Let's see what Ben does. That Charizard is still susceptible to the electric attack.
And
the electric got the water attack. I'm sorry, it's gonna go down.
We still have we have seen some risky double protect plays earlier in bracket, which I always respect people who take gambles like that. I mean, I run a track, but that's a whole nother conversation we won't get into, because I've been criticized very strongly for using a track versus any more guaranteed status moves, but the 50-50 is there to wear out the Trick Room, but Ryo is gonna set up a Light Screen. And Ice Beam to Charizard, and that will be just enough at neutral damage to take out the Charizard. Fire resisting and flying.
Probably went down. That light screen. Oh, that light screen did its job, absolutely. Good job.
Very good precaution by Ryo. I like it.
C'est prêt. Good job. It's ready. Here we go, Garchomp.
Alright, and now this is going to be a really interesting endgame matchup because Manectric, I mean, doesn't have too much on Garchomp, although Overheat might be able to one-shot it. It's a little iffy.
The second goal comes down to what Pokemon goes on first. See, both sides on Ben's side, they're pretty...
And Ben is going to go for the Protect. Hopefully, allowing them to target his Garchomp and heat him to be able to take out that annoying range glitch for him. And that was a good play.
And we're about to find out what Rio's move was.
Hidden power with the protect. That we might have been looking at ice or dragon. My guess is ice. So
Electric is naturally a very fast Pokemon.
yeah.
Garchomp is too, but at a Mega Evolve, I'm actually not sure, but I think it might be faster than Garchomp.
With hidden power ice, it's trouble. It depends who goes first. Whoever goes first has game because.
But it just is faster. Oh, and the protect went through. It was the obvious choice to have Manectric fight the Garchomp, leaving only the Rotom and the Manectric fight at the end. But let's see. Let's see. Oh, this fight continues. It seems to be in Real's favor.
This is tough right here.
This is quite the fight.
Yeah, he was definitely going for the stall and the trick.
And it failed. Oh.
And that's gonna take out Garchomp.
Yep.
Crit with a crit. That's just add insult to injury, of course.
Add a little salt to that wound. That's not nice, but it worked. Hydro Form on the Nectar. You just saw what it did.
Unless that would have crit and then Ben somehow went first this next turn. It's tough to say that he'll make it out.
This match is still alive and well, depending on what happens.
Neutral damage on that Rotom is gonna be fine. Very good match from both players.
That was very close.
Loved it. So they are at 1-1 going to a game 3.
So guys, start reconsidering. Maybe you just want that Mega Manectric on your side now. See where that takes you.
This is definitely setting a standard for the entire metagame because there haven't been too many XY tournaments yet. So this is actually one of the best tournaments to watch right now in terms of learning what could potentially be predominant in the metagame and what are stronger strategies. And once again, I just want to point out that there haven't been many Clef Keys at all in bracket. Yet pools, almost every other team had a Clef Key. So that does go to show you that Clef Key might be kind of an easy pick, but when you get into the more advanced play, Clef Key doesn't do so hot. Especially since Clef Key was one of the biggest talks at the start, so I feel like players really tried their best to provide checks and counters against Clef Key to make him, render him pretty much useless. So it's funny that the metagame shaped around early info rather than a strong Pokemon just coming up on its own and surprising people.
And actually, that's another result that actually I've seen. Not so many Gengars have been used today at all.
Actually, I don't think we've seen one Gengar today. Yeah, they haven't come back, so. Alright guys, well the winner of this gets a free ride to Grand Finals because the opponent of who was waiting in Losers Finals, he left. He had to go to work and it doesn't seem like he's coming back. So winner of this gets a bye. And in Losers Bracket, Losers Finals, that is huge. So they're definitely playing for guaranteed top 2 right now versus guaranteed top 3. So that's considerably better. So now that we've seen a little bit of both of what these teams can do, and both players have a win, this is all going to be totally mental and totally read-oriented play.
Well, both these guys now know each other's Pokemon pretty well. It's all really a reading game, just like J-Tos has said. We see Manectric is down so soon. We can only expect a Mega Evolution right now, with the Garchomp on the other side. The Intimidate is going to come into play. I wonder if that was a read to avoid that scenario altogether. Have a Mungus come out. That's smart.
Yeah, he was avoiding the Intimidate, saved himself the trouble from switching out later on, I feel. That might have been what was going through his head. Not too sure.
The Intimidate kicks in, but really not too much avail. A helping hand on the Manectric. Let's see what occurs.
And he is going to go for that hidden power.
Let's find out what type it is. It's Ice.
Ice, for sure. But that bulk on Amoonguss, and now with the light screen, is going to cut things down to even half of what you just saw. So, and slowly regaining HP. I actually was using Effect Spore Amoonguss, but I'm seeing more so the benefits of Regenerator Amoonguss, especially in situations like this.
Regenerator Amoonguss, what? The heal status conditions upon...
No, Regenerator heals 33% of your HP when you switch out, which is pretty beautiful for such a bulky and pesky Pokemon with that Spore. So,
talk about the new Shuckle, my gosh.
So both players thinking here. We might see a Trick Room, but that Amoonguss on the field is definitely keeping that Trick Room in check. And I like that play. Although there might be some switch predictions due to the Psychic. And that was there was that switch I was talking about. So we might see a Psychic from Ryo?
No, Bong. Actually, we were informed, the individual said that he really had to go and he couldn't call out.
And that was a great switch by Ben. And we are going to see a Will-O-Wisp on that Manectric, not to cut the attack, but to whittle it down slowly.
Manectric, though, is an attack-based Pokemon.
Special. Burn only cuts physical attack in half.
I know, but Volt Switch is a special?
I believe so. I don't know. People on chat would probably know better, but I think it's special.
Guys in chat, is Manectric a physical or a special?
Well, Manectric mostly carries special. T-Bolt, Thunder, Overheat. Just from Overheat, you can. Oh, and that light screen is definitely. Oh, yeah, there's the Volt Switch.
It's special. Oh. Alright, so we all agree Manectric is a very special Pokemon. Thanks
MS Sankey, I mean, we considered that, but there's really nothing we can do. The guy left, and we tried to get in contact with him. He wasn't, he can't play his matches, so you can say it's unfair for 4th to get 3rd place prize, but you can also say it's unfair for, for the rising player in losers to not have a chance at getting the 3rd place prize. So there's really nothing we can do about that. That's just an unfortunate series of events. He had to go, and there's nothing we can do about that.
But the individual is very good, and just like most of the other guys that came here, they're either in Jersey or very much over here in the New York City area. We expect to see him again, and whatever the time.
Yeah, he actually didn't tell us. He actually did not tell us that he was leaving. I didn't know. Did he tell you?
No, he told me.
Oh, okay.
No, that's fine. That's what I'm saying. Like he couldn't hold up. He had to go. There was no choice. Yeah. That's what he said. But we expect him to find him here, and with the skill level that he's already shown for himself, I believe he can definitely make it up into the top 4 and get something next time as well.
Yeah. And we see Ryo putting his hands together, maybe for hoping for a little bit of luck here. Not sure what his play might be, but he might be taking a gamble with this play.
We have conditioned Pokemon, the status affected Pokemon rather, on Ryo side. Let's see what's going to go on. Mind games are being played without being said.
And Ferrothorn's going to get that Helping Hand boost. Just who did he choose to attack? Power Whip on the Amoonguss, which is going to do minimal damage. That resistance and that bulk is just too strong. So, as well as the burn playing its part.
Oh, guys, really?
Yeah, no, job is, of course, job is greater than tournament prizes. So.
We appreciate you guys fending for someone. I mean, you always really want to be just, no matter what the situation may hold.
Yeah, obvious Masenki, but there was nothing we could have done.
If he would have stayed, he would have stayed. Unfortunately, just now. Power whip. That attack looks so cool.
It's just the best animation in the game, easily.
It's like, it didn't really hurt. But
It's so badass. It's just like all anime-like. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Pokemon love to sleep. It's not a good thing.
Critical
Crits.
hit.
I don't know how you can eat berries while you sleep, but it's happening. And it's working.
He eats with his mind. He's in a bubble.
Really, maybe you should have a Ryokon.
And the light screen wearing off, although most of the attacks from now are going to be, well, Rankulus might use a special attack. But he's asleep, so that light screen going off doesn't have much benefit here. And then going for the protect, maybe for the another power whip. Oh, and the psychic on that Amogus, that might be heavy. Ooh, less than half. Oh, with the Giga Drain. And a crit.
That was a crit.
And a crit. That might put him above half. Nope.
Nope. And a little rejuvenation at the end of the turn. He's still a little in danger to that special attack.
He's still right under half. And now the opposing team's light screen wore off. Even though, once again, they're... Well, the light screen actually saved him from the Giga Drain, I just realized.
I just realized that as well.
Being that it was a crit.
For the moon just 1 second, so right now, let's see what goes on. Thor has to make a move. Predicting well, Ben has decided to retreat his sleep-inducing Amogus. And it comes out.
Hopefully his Rotom doesn't get power whipped.
Watery Rotom.
Even though with Burn, it'll do considerably less. And Charizard is going to take the power whip here, doing almost nothing.
Charizard took the whip
with
to the face.
With a critical hit, wow. So
Charizard could take a whip to the face, it's fine.
And that was a nice switch on with the Rotom, who has probably maxed in special defense, I'm assuming.
It's incredible to see that no matter what you may be in terms of bulk or weight or, burn or poison, 10% is 10% of your overall health, and it'll always diminish as such. To see that Ferrothorn go down slowly, it hurts. You notice it in the red.
Yeah. There's also some probably... I guess I want to say mental connotations when it's like, alright, well, I know this guy is burned, I know that my Pokemon is poisoned. Like, how much time do I have left to be significant, for the team? Should I switch out and conserve him, So definitely status moves have more of an impact than people would think.
It's pretty interesting how that works. I agree with you, actually. It's that aside the status condition that you have to keep track of, like, the current battle and what that really means.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Almost like a time clock is set off.
Yep.
Oh, and it's the same battle we've been seeing twice before.
It's coming down to the wire, and unfortunately Ryo doesn't have any Pokemon to switch out to. So he can have his Drizzle countered by the Mega Charizard.
So right now that drought is what's actually in control. Let's see what unfolds.
The failed Lilo and Stitch experiment, I like that. Does look like a Lilo and Stitch character, right?
It does, actually.
Yeah. Rankulus?
Electric, obviously, on the electric type with its stab. You can only predict what kind of move it'll make. It has the benefits of being strong against Charizard, but
we might also see the Protect from Charizard, so this is an imperative choice right now.
Rotom Wash almost free to do what it wishes. Oh, including go back to its trainer Pokeball.
And we aren't going to see the drought right now.
Charizard with the Protect?
Manectric with the Protect.
I'm sorry.
And Charizard with the Protect, okay. So that allowed him to get a safe switch off. Predicting the drought? That was such an incredible turn. If you think about it, Ryo anticipated that Ben was going to use the drought, and somehow either Ben felt it or just had a hunch that I shouldn't go Mega right now, because then the rain would have then countered his Mega, and he would have had to switch out in order to bring back the Charizard Y. So that rain dance did nothing, and now it's another huge guessing game with
as opposed to the Rotom that was on the field. That was almost a free change.
That was immense.
That was huge.
But really great play from both players, and really great thought. I love it.
And here we go, guys. Let's see if Ryo decided to hold true with his previous strategy. Rage Powder, show attention to Amogus.
Hidden power, that hidden power ice on that Amogus.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
No, the sun.
But the sun is out, guys. Gosh, definitely knowing the power of the ice move.
And that instant solar beam from Charizard. Not on the Politoed, but on the Manectric, knowing that it might have been frail to in terms of special defense. That was a solid read by, and also knowing that the sun's out, so his Charizard can take a Scald or whatever Politoed would be able to dish out. So that was also another solid play.
That was very good. I mean, if the rain would have come
and the Rage Powder. So Ben knew that he wasn't going to get hit because of Rage Powder. Although I was expecting a Spore, but he didn't want to take a Thunderbolt and a Scald, even in the sun.
It's so funny. That's the situation at hand. Even if the rain dance would have come out, right? That would have prolonged, obviously, the solar beam. But Politoed wasn't going to go first either way. And the Spirit Bomb goes off once again.
And there we have it.
There we go,
Great
guys.
match from both players.
Phenomenal gameplay.
Awesome, guys. So that's Ben 2-1 over Ryokon.